Good morning. What's happening, folks? I'm just gonna crush my bowl of oatmeal and protein shake here because I gotta meet Kelsey at the gym in 25 minutes. A little bit behind this morning. It's kind of a weird start to the day, to be honest. I had my alarm set for 7:30. I wanted to get up and read my book, Scarcity Brain, but I woke up at 5:30. Lucy was like kind of acting weird. I thought she was gonna puke because she ate like a full stick yesterday. That's great. Honestly, she won't ever puke on the carpet though, and I only have carpet in my room, so I was like, well, whatever, she'll just puke like on the ground. Like she does that like every so often. I'll just clean it up when I wake up. But then she didn't, and then she came back to bed, and it's like 5:45 now, and I was laying on my arm like this, and she laid like a person like on my shoulder. So then naturally, I went back to bed, and then didn't get up until like 8:15. So a little bit behind this morning. Took her out for a good walk, and then yeah, like I said, now I'm gonna crush this bowl of oatmeal, protein shake, get back on track because I dial it in throughout the week. I also made the habitual choice to look at my phone at 5:45, and as mentioned last Tuesday, don't do that. I saw a post that truthfully just pissed me right off, and yeah, part of why I'm saying that too is like we all make mistakes. Again, one of the most transparent people you probably follow on YouTube. That's kind of my hopes. And I just want to make it clear, like, yeah, I'm suggesting that you don't do these things. And I'm talking about why you should and why you shouldn't. And I make mistakes. It is what it is. I don't even know if it's a mistake technically. I just did it, saw this story, pissed me right off. So had to sit with that a little bit this morning. I'm going to go lift with Kelsey here and just not let it totally ruin my day, even though it pissed off my morning, to say the least. So yeah, just want to again be transparent about that. As much as I suggest all of the things on this channel, I'm still a human, and I want to make that very clear. I'm not above you, below you. I'm just a human being. So yeah, I'm gonna eat my oatmeal and go get a lift in. Also, should be kind of fun. I've decided that I'm gonna do at least 3 months, if not longer, of more of a bodybuilding strength phase. No more Olympic lifting, just for a little bit. Just gotta get my strength back because it's just not there, and I don't want to hurt myself. Olympic lifting. So yeah, it's boy's gonna get yoked. Are you ready to go to work?
Who's that? Hi,
Are you vlogging
Ridley.
currently?
Pardon me?
Are you vlogging? Are
I
you
vlog
vlogging?
every day.
Here you go.
She knows Kelsey's here.
We got a big afternoon ahead. Thankfully I got off work a little bit early. I'm gonna take Luce to the field here with her launcher, gas her out a little bit, and then I'm gonna get groceries, do that TDEE breakdown. We're gonna make some either lentil or chickpea and or edamame pasta this week. Change it up a little bit. I'm gonna be sore as a son of a bitch after that workout. It's still so mind-boggling to me, the fact that I'm out here in a sweater. And I feel like I should have bought this ball launcher a long time ago. Look how jacked she's looking though. Hey? Seriously, goals, hey? Get jacked like loose. That's for this week's grocery haul. I really need to go buy a second battery for this camera now that I'm a professional vlogger. I needed to charge my camera, especially if I'm gonna be cooking and doing that TDEE thing in a couple hours here. Everything you see pretty much was on sale. They didn't have the edamame pasta, which kind of sucks. The chickpea one is my least favorite and the macros aren't the greatest on it, but sometimes this just doesn't line up the way you want it to. So it is what it is. We're still gonna make some good healthy meals here, get the week started off on the right foot, and then I'm gonna do that TDE breakdown. My good buddy Khaled, he was in culinary school. He's a chef at Cactus Club now, actually. But he had made me some pasta, like some fresh made pasta, right at the beginning of the pandemic. And I distinctly remember him saying, when you are putting salt in the water, when you're gonna make your pasta, you want it to taste like the ocean. So don't be chintzy on the salt. I don't know why, the importance of it. You can ask Khaled if you want, but make sure you are salting that shit. Just gonna head out of the kitchen so you can hear me because it's kind of loud in there. But one thing to note too, so with ground beef, I am frugal. I buy what's on sale. I'm not like I only eat the extra lean ground beef. Hey Bob. One thing to make sure, so this is my rule. If I get extra lean ground beef, I drain it once. If I get lean ground beef, I drain it twice. And if I just get straight up regular ground beef, I drain it 3 times. That is important, especially if you're cooking ground beef, just because of the fact that there is a shit ton of fat in it. So make sure that you do drain that out, just because that will change the macronutrient profile quite drastically. So just make sure you do that. I always keep my old yogurt containers and just jump it in there, and then once those get full, just toss those out. If you're wondering why that was so steamy, it's because I have my window open, letting the chickpeas cool off. So it's usually not that like whoosh. Maybe it had a cool cinematic effect, so we'll take it. Please remember, I really don't know what I'm doing, but I did it in Italian. Wouldn't recommend for the record. But I did remember that when you make your bolognese sauce, you're supposed to fry up your onions and your garlic, a little bit of butter just to coat the pan there before you put the sauce in. So, amateur tip of the day. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna let that simmer for a little bit so the flavors fuse together. It smells delicious. I usually don't do the raw onion and garlic and stuff at the start there, so yeah, it's gonna be good. But I'm gonna get this cleaned up, and then same thing. That's, you know, it's 3:26 now, so about an hour for, you know, 8 good meals here. So easy peasy. I let that simmer for like a good hour, so I'm pretty excited to eat this, I'm not gonna lie. But I just did a whole breakdown of TDEE, so I'm gonna be doing that after I take big old stretchy stretchers in for a walk. But yeah, this is what we're left with. So we got 6 meals here and then a big thing of leftovers. So I might just make some more pasta later in the week. I might make some, like, I don't know, sloppy joes or something like that. I have that Silver Hills Spread Power bread too. Chickpeas, but again, even with letting it simmer for like an hour, cleanup was an hour and 45 minutes total. But I'm gonna take Lucy out here, and then I'm gonna take y'all to school, AKA TDEE school.
Okay, you beautiful people. It's about time to get educated on TDEE. TDEE. Now, if this is a lot, it will be. That's why I have it written out. This is too much for my brain to remember and have it flow the way that I want it to. Also, since this is the second time using the microphone, I'll make sure to keep it by my mouth so that I'm not doing this and mucking up the volume. But hopefully you guys can see everything. I'm gonna take a picture of this because this is the sketchiest setup I think I've done yet. And this is about as hillbilly of a YouTuber setup as you will possibly see. So hopefully you enjoy. As per, hit the door jam. As per my lovely whiteboard, as you can see, we're gonna break down your TDEE is the total daily energy expenditure. This is the amount of energy your body requires to run successfully. Your TDEE is what is used to calculate your caloric intake for anyone looking to lose or gain weight. If you want to lose weight, you have to consume less calories than your TDEE. This creates a caloric deficit. If you want to gain weight, you have to consume more than your TDEE, creating a surplus. And if you want to maintain your current weight, then you need to consume enough calories to maintain that weight, aka maintenance. This is the general rule of thermodynamics that we are going to break down, along with the 4 processes that create it. Those 4 processes look like so. There is your BMR, which is your basal metabolic rate, your NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, TEF, which is the thermic effect of food, and the last one, EAT, exercise activity thermogenesis. So your basal metabolic rate, this denotes the calories you burn at rest every day. Your BMR supports daily functions your body requires to simply exist. Your brain and your heart function, for example. If you were to lay down all day and not move, eat or drink anything, you are still burning energy just to stay alive. Your NEAT, which is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. These are the calories you burn through movement outside of planned exercise. Getting out of bed, walking to the kitchen, me talking with my hands, Brenda having a meltdown, having sex, and essentially everything in between. This is where we burn the majority of our calories throughout the day outside of our BMR. The TEF, which is the thermic effect of food. This is likely the most unknown and also most underrated extra caloric expenditure that you will see in someone's day-to-day diet. This is the calories you burn through digesting food and absorbing the nutrients from food. Some foods require more energy to digest. This is why you will often see BS claims like foods that speed up your metabolism, which is simply not true. All they do is that certain macronutrients require more energy to break down for our body to digest. Macronutrients like protein are one of them. This is why, amongst many other reasons, us coaches recommend protein if you're trying to lose weight or change your body composition in any way. Protein has a 20 to 30% thermic effect, which means that for every 100 calories of protein you eat, 20 to 30 calories are being burned just to digest it. Fat has a 0 to 3% TEF, which means for every 100 calories of fat you eat, you burn between 0 and 3 calories. We think about that over 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, that adds up to be a massive difference in caloric expenditure. So when I say eat more protein, I mean eat more goddamn protein. If we break this down for a simple little equation here, if we were to consume 150 grams of protein daily, that equates to 600 calories from protein. For 1 gram of protein, it is 4 calories. If we had that same 150 grams of fat daily, that would equate to 1,350 calories. It's 9 calories per gram of fat. If we were to add that up over 30 days, so if we take 600 calories times 30 days, equals 18,000 calories from protein. If we take that 1,350 calories times 30 days from fat, it is a whopping 40,500 calories. Of that 18,000 calories you will burn, 3,600 calories simply will burn from digesting that protein. Of the over 40,000 from fat, you'll be lucky to burn 1,215 calories from digesting that fat. Significant to say the least. Also, just a little bit of nuance here. I am absolutely 100% not demonizing fat. It is absolutely essential for hormone regulation, nail growth, sex drive, etc. So don't think that I'm demonizing fat, especially good fats such as olive oil, nuts, seeds, salmon, etc. Your EAT is your exercise activity thermogenesis. Nuance here is, did I actively choose to go for that walk? Did I plan it in my schedule, or is it just something that happened organically? don't be a turd. Don't try and reinvent the wheel of how much you're exercising versus how much is non-planned. Now, this is an average breakdown of the 4 processes. Remember, everyone will have their own unique differences in regards to their own caloric expenditure. If you are someone, for example, who has PCOS, thyroid, Hashimoto's, anything like that, it will affect your basal metabolic rate. However, if we go back to last week's video on calorie deficits, the empowering part of what I'm trying to tell you here is the same process equates to you if you do have PCOS, Hashimoto's, etc. It's just unfortunate, given the circumstances, that your basal metabolic rate will be much lower than someone without. If you are in a calorie deficit, if you have PCOS or otherwise, you will still lose weight. Now, here's some crazy numbers. So your basal metabolic rate is around 70% of your TDEE, which is substantial. So genetics clearly do play a massive role in this. Your NEAT is about 15%, your TEF is around 10% of your TDEE, and your EAT is 5% of your TDEE. Why this is important is for anyone who thinks that they're going to out-exercise a bad diet. Unless you are training for an Ironman, where you are running, biking, swimming, literally 100+ kilometers on a weekly basis, I can guarantee you, you are not going to outwork your caloric intake. So if your goal is to lose weight, do not fixate on adding another workout or getting more cardio in, because it's simply not going to do enough to revert the amount of calories you are consuming. You work out 4 times a week. That's 4 out of 168 hours. So even if you were doing maximum effort exercise throughout those 4 days, it is impossible to burn that many calories to make up for consuming too many calories. Now, I want to make it very clear. I'm not saying don't strength train. In fact, I'm actually saying the opposite. Go get as strong as you possibly can. The more muscle mass your body has, the more calories you burn at rest, which is in the long term very, very significant. Not only that, the more muscle you have, the more capable you are of living your life. And the more capable you are, your NEAT inadvertently goes up as well. You can do more things such as play recreational sports, keep up with your children and grandchildren, prevent and or delay things such as osteoporosis and other health issues when your body is not equipped with enough muscle mass. That is today's breakdown of TDEE. If you are on a weight loss journey, please do not think that the gym is going to make or break your weight loss journey. If anything, if you're feeling overwhelmed and you don't know where to start, walk more and be considerate of the calories you're taking in. If you need a general idea of where to start with your calorie intake, I recommend you go back to last week's video. I'll put it here. Go and check that out. That gives you a really simple idea of how to calculate your daily calories so that you can get yourself into a deficit. And again, this will come down to finding your own individual calories, which will require you to track for a short period of time. If you found this helpful at all, please let me know in the comments. What was your biggest takeaway? The most important part of this being is that we simply can't outwork a bad diet. So, I hope you enjoyed that.
That's cool. All right, everybody, that is a wrap on day 26. I am exhausted. It's 8:30 now. I am wiped. So crazy to think, like, to condense a full day into 18 minutes. Like the amount of actual work that goes into the editing and the filming and everything like that. So I hope you found today's very helpful. That was definitely the most amount of education I put into a video. The amount of work on my end that I put into a video in regards to actually planning out the written part. And so it all made sense and everything. But please, if you have any questions on that, let me know. Happy to answer any questions in a little bit more in depth if needed. But yeah, if you have anyone who is on a weight loss journey or who is struggling in any way, shape, or form, mental health, physical health, whatever it may be, please let them know about this channel. I don't want to niche myself down to being just a fitness channel or anything like that. I have 14 years of coaching experience, along with 20 years in the gym of my own experience, and I don't think it would be doing this channel justice to have it niche down in just one general aspect. So I want to make it fitness related, mental health related, nutrition related. Hopefully I can add a little humor in doing so as well. Brenda should be making an appearance tomorrow. We're going to go over calorie trackers and the inaccuracy about them. I was going to do that today, but honestly, that was the most edits I've done in a video yet. So I am pooped. It's 8:30. P.S. My pasta was fucking delicious. And I'm going to have one more of those before I take Lucy out for her last walk of the night. And then I'm going to bed because I got a long day of clients tomorrow. So with all that being said, day 26 in the books. Please subscribe, like, comment, do all those things. It helps me out a ton. And yeah, I just really appreciate it. So does Lucy. So do it for Lucy if you won't do it for me. Anyways, peace out. Have a good rest of your night. See you for day 27 tomorrow.